No, it's just that life is complicated, and Democrats need to be less emotional and more focused. Now, should the Washington Commanders be forced to go back to the name Redskins? Probably not, but, you know, Indians are hip. They know that the name of a football team will have the exact same effect on their actual lives as forcing people to do a land acknowledgement before videos. There's a lot of outrageous, horrible shit going on. Not all. We don't have to take off our shoes at the airport anymore. I like that. And I gotta say, I love it that Iran won't be getting a nuclear bomb anytime soon. And no, I'm not saying that because I sat down with him once and ate his green beans. I'm kidding, there were no vegetables.
Maher spent years calling out the far left for its nonstop fixation on Trump, picking apart every comment and searching for any slip to magnify an attack. He cautions that if the woke crowd keeps charging ahead like this, they'll eventually forget what they actually stand for. In one segment, Maher argued the left should concentrate on rebuilding real influence instead of shadow fighting Trump's shadow. Buckle up, everyone. This one's gonna hit hard. Let's dive in.
And finally, new rule, now that we're back from our summer break and the year is a little more than half over, and you know what that means, Merry Christmas. Let's take stock of the first half of the first year of Trump's second term and make some rational decisions about what to lose our shit over and what not to. Because, you know, a guy came up to me the other day and he said, Bill, I know you're a guy who cares about health. You must be incensed that Bobby Kennedy took the dye out of Fruit Loops and now the whole administration is acting like they solved the health crisis. I'm not. I'm not incensed. I'm sure you're right. I just don't have room.
Watching Trump's every step, waiting to erupt over even the tiniest mistake. It's almost like they want him to stumble without thinking about what that actually costs. Trump isn't just another politician. He's the sitting president. What he gets right or wrong impacts the entire nation, not only the people who voted for him. When he slips, the country takes the hit. And when the country takes the hit, that's not some moral win for Democrats, it's a setback for everyone. This nonstop outrage carousel fixes nothing. It only widens the divide and distracts from what truly matters. Instead of cheering for turmoil, maybe we should start rooting for competence.
But Bill, he's gonna put the sugar back in Coca-Cola. Yeah, I don't give a shit. I care about as much about that as I do Meghan Markle's new skincare routine. First of all, sugar probably is better than high fructose corn syrup. Heroin is probably better than high fructose corn syrup. But I don't care because I don't drink soda, and also because right after he got elected in November, I said here and everywhere else I could, he got the White House, but this time he's not going to get my mind.
Honestly, these critics could use a hobby beyond constant outrage. Imagine Coke without any sugar, flat, dull, and missing the spark that makes it enjoyable. If they're that scared of a little sweetness, maybe they should just stick to water and stop policing everyone else's choices. The same principle applies here. If RFK or Trump want to add some flavor back into the mix, why lose your mind over it? You don't have to take a sip. Yet some people act like being offended is their morning coffee. Freaking out over a little sweetness doesn't make you virtuous. It just makes you sour. If it's not your taste, fine, but let the rest of us enjoy the Coke.
There's only so many fucks to give. And I just don't have any for the Gulf of America. Quotes, that's how I'm fighting the little shit. And speaking of little shits, Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon famously said that the way you win is to flood the zone with shit. You want to help him with that? Great, you do you. But I'm not chasing every brain fart down the rabbit hole.
Well, honestly, these critics could use a hobby beyond constant outrage. Imagine Coke without any sugar, flat, dull, and missing the spark that makes it enjoyable. If they're that scared of a little sweetness, maybe they should just stick to water and stop policing everyone else's choices. The same principle applies here. If RFK or Trump want to add some flavor back into the mix, why lose your mind over it? You don't have to take a sip. Yet some people act like being offended is their morning coffee. Freaking out over a little sweetness doesn't make you virtuous. It just makes you sour. If it's not your taste, fine, but let the rest of us enjoy the Coke.
So therefore, here is my 1/8 of the term scorecard for what actually matters. Turning the Environmental Protection Agency into the Pollution Protection Agency, yes, that's going to matter. All the people who will lose health care and all the debt that will be run up from the big, beautiful bill, yes, that matters. Turning the Justice Department into the National Revenge Agency. Firing all the inspector generals, maybe firing the head of the Federal Reserve. Letting Doge destroy lives here and abroad in a way that didn't have to go down like that in order to slim the government down, which it didn't do anyway. Creating a domestic army of masked troops, rounding people up and sending them off to detention centers and foreign prisons. Yeah, the big, beautiful bill has $150 billion in it for additional spending for snatching people up who've lived here peacefully and productively for decades, mostly with no criminal records. I'm just saying, if you're thinking of getting your car washed, you might want to do it now.
Mom may sometimes simplify or dramatize, but he's highlighting conversations that really matter. You don't have to agree with every point to see that his commentary encourages thoughtful debate, something increasingly rare today. From free speech to cultural overreach and political double standards, he's pushing people to reflect instead of just react. And honestly, that's a welcome change. It's far more productive to engage in meaningful dialogue than to lose perspective over minor disagreements, like whether Coke should be sweetened. The culture has leaned too heavily on emotional reactions, and Maher's effort to steer attention back to real issues, flawed as it may be, is exactly what's needed. He's promoting awareness and reflection, not just outrage.
There's a lot of outrageous, horrible shit going on. Not all. We don't have to take off our shoes at the airport anymore. I like that. And I gotta say, I love it that Iran won't be getting a nuclear bomb anytime soon. And no, I'm not saying that because I sat down with him once and ate his green beans. I'm kidding, there were no vegetables.
Some have claimed Maher secretly backs Trump just because they shared a single dinner. That's how extreme politics has gotten. One meal, and suddenly you're a traitor. His peers expect blind loyalty, constant Trump criticism, never an acknowledgement of anything positive. But Maher isn't one to follow the script. He calls it like he sees it, even if it angers his own side. Because he won't toe the line, they attack him, labeling him biased or conservative. The irony? Maher's career was built on challenging authority and encouraging honest conversation. Now, his allies can't handle the very independence they once celebrated. To them, thinking freely isn't integrity, it's betrayal. And that says far more about them than it ever could about him.
No, it's just that life is complicated, and Democrats need to be less emotional and more focused. Now, should the Washington Commanders be forced to go back to the name Redskins? Probably not, but, you know, Indians are hip. They know that the name of a football team will have the exact same effect on their actual lives as forcing people to do a land acknowledgement before porn videos.
Exactly. That whole land acknowledgement routine is just empty virtue signaling. A show designed to make people feel good without actually doing anything meaningful. If the goal were truly to give back the land, action would follow words, not just speeches reminding everyone it was taken centuries ago. Words alone are meaningless. The same goes for changing names like the Washington Redskins to the Commanders. It sounds progressive, but it doesn't solve real issues. Cosmetic activism fixes labels while ignoring substance. These gestures may ease guilt, but they do little for the communities they claim to honor. Maher is right to call it out. Symbolism is simple. Accountability is hard. Until we prioritize actual solutions over performative optics, these changes will remain exactly that, public display.
Which may be why the majority of Indians never cared about this. Maybe take a cue from them. Should Trump have decreed that there are only two sexes? Not really, but frankly, I'm happy I'm just one of them. And Greenland? I'm sorry, I just can't. I'm sorry. I never thought about it before. I can't start now. Reopening Alcatraz? Oh, for fuck's sake, open it on Greenland for all I care.
It's shocking how left-leaning media, newspapers, TV networks, and even some journalists spend endless time on trivial stories, turning minor issues into national spectacles. What's even more striking is how they twist facts and spin narratives purely to trigger outrage. It's outrage for ratings dressed up as reporting, and it works like clockwork. Viewers react emotionally instead of thinking critically. They rarely verify claims or explore alternative viewpoints, instead swallowing everything their favorite anchors or columnists dish out, treating opinion like fact. This echo chamber doesn't just influence thought, it controls it. The worst part? Many believe they're well-informed, when really, they're being manipulated for clicks, ratings, and political gain. That fury isn't genuine, it's manufactured.
It's not gonna happen, and neither is making Canada the 51st state. Now, is fucking with Canada stupid, boorish, and unnecessary? Of course. So much of this shit is. There's no way when Trump leaves office he's getting his deposit back. But also, get a life. Stop making him your whole personality. Thank you.
Sometimes it's healthier to step back and not sweat every little thing. Life's too short to stay angry at headlines, tweets, or every political soundbite. Every now and then, you need to pause, take a breath, and actually enjoy living. Go outside, laugh with friends, soak in the simple moments, and remember, not everything has to be a fight. America has weathered far bigger storms than today's culture battles. The country existed long before us, and it will outlast us all. Constant outrage doesn't change anything. It just exhausts people. Maybe the boldest move now is to stay calm, think clearly, and pick peace over pointless fury. In the end, most of the things we argue about today won't even matter 10 years from now.
You know, in meditation, not that I really do it, but I'm gonna start. But I know they say when you're trying to clear your mind, but thoughts rush in, don't fight them. Just let them pass like a cloud. Well, maybe that's what we should do with some of Trump's stupid stuff. He took a 747 as a gift? That's not cool. Oh, well. The top military guy is a big drunk? Well, so is Ulysses S. Grant. Maybe it'll work out like that. He's naming the Kennedy Center after... Wait, what?
It might sound amusing at first, but this is actually solid advice for the left. They need to learn which battles are worth their energy. Not every headline, tweet, or casual remark deserves a meltdown. Constantly reacting to minor controversies isn't passion. It's burnout disguised as activism. Maher's advice here is pure gold. Let the small stuff go. Not every issue has to be a crusade. Sometimes the smarter move is to shrug, move on, and save that energy for real problems that actually impact people's lives. When everything feels like a national emergency, nothing truly important stands out. The left could regain credibility and sanity by focusing on what really matters and learning to say, this isn't worth it. Outrage without restraint loses its power. Maher's message isn't anti-left, it's pro-sanity. He's urging people, especially on the left, to stop wasting energy on trivial fights and concentrate on real issues that affect lives. Constant outrage may feel righteous, but it's ultimately self-destructive. Letting go of the small stuff doesn't mean surrendering. It means growing. If the left wants genuine progress, they need less noise, more nuance, and the courage to engage thoughtfully instead of exploding. And that wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.